If anyone should ever write my life story, ooh, for whatever reason there might be, ooh, you'll be there between each line of pain and glory. Yeah, because you're the best thing that ever happened, that ever happened. You're the best thing that ever happened. Ooh, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. It's late. I barely have any voice left, but I am here to review season 4, episode 19 of Tyler Perry's comedy soap opera drama, The Oval. And tonight's episode is called It's No Secret. Now, y'all know I'm sitting over here singing Gladys Knight because I just got through having an awesome weekend singing at this gig that was called The Songs of Gladys. I played Edward, one of the Pips. I had my moves down, and y'all can check it out. Y'all look at my video, what you call those things, the shorts that I have up, and check out. I got a few clips. I was able to get a few clips. Your boy had a solo too. I got to do. They broke out into this whole Motown thing, and I got to do the Temptations. I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse. It was fun. It was fun. It was really fun. But that ain't what I'm here for. I am here to review The Oval, right? Episode 19 called It's No Secret. And before I do that, I got to give a shout out to my subscribers, all 1,000 plus of you. It's like 1,021. Yay to y'all again. I appreciate that. And I'm booked and busy again. I'm also in this play called Mama, I Wanna Sing. I'm part of the choir ensemble, and that's 18 shows. It's a lot. I'll probably put it up I'll put a link up so y'all can check it out. It's 18 shows. But anyway, shout outs to my folks like Savannah, Miss Tasha, CG, June BLC, Susan Keys, House of Sir James, Randall Brown, Lamont Simpson, Quiet Guy, Kryptonian Black, Nadine Harris, Gloria Jones, Bobby Ray, Shanita Kiana, and Karima Khadija, and all of the rest of you folks. But let's get back to this. Let's start this review. So we see Sharon finds Barry's phone, and that's where we left off last week. And now she's in the house with Kareem, and they doing this whole, give me my phone, give me the phone. No, what is this? What's that? Sharon, what's this? What's that? That went back and forth, back and forth. That got on my nerves, and I'm like, she's like, Kareem, what's going on? So he's pulling on her. He finally realizes that she has two phones. And like, where'd you get this phone from? He calls it. Then he's like, it's something I gotta explain to you. And he's basically holding her hostage. The whole thing is stupid. Because my thing is, why didn't you, when you first seen Barry laid across your bed, you should have called 911 and that would have been a wrap. But no, you want to do all this covering up and wrapping him up in your carpet and in your rug and throwing him out. Come on, that ain't right. We got to give Barry a proper funeral so we can have Tamla Mann singing "Take Me to the King" or Yolanda Adams or somebody. We need a good we need a good funeral for him. We need a proper burial. I'm still mad that y'all didn't show us Picky's funeral. All right, we didn't do Picky's funeral the way I wanted. So now we got to do this because we got to have Miss Nancy showing out. Lord have mercy, Miss Nancy got to go off. She got to lose it. Also, what happened tonight, we seen Simone, the vice president's wife, calling Victoria, I'm going to say Vicky, like calling Victoria, the first lady, and she says she wants to do lunch. Victoria said, no, ho, I don't do lunch with you. I'm the first lady. No, you're going to have to come over here to the White House with me. And then she said, well, what is it you really want? She told her, still, I know what you're trying to do. I found your earring. Apparently, this is the earring that they bought Victoria for Christmas. She said, I found the earring. I know what you're trying to do. My husband is faithful. Stay away. Blah, 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 blah. Totally stupid. Victoria calls the vice president and tells him, listen, your wife called me and she told me she wanted to meet for lunch. He said, no. she's no match for you, so I don't want her dealing with you. And she's like, oh, but I just want to torture her. Like, all of that is getting on my nerves. But is it just me? It does feel like Victoria does not really care for the vice president either. She doesn't seem to care for him either. That's just what I feel for that. Then we have Alonzo and Alan. Alonzo's all happy and giddy. He got the drugs for the president. He's telling Alan, listen, we should go out for a few beers. Now, as he's saying that, in walks the president, and the president is like, what kind of drugs was that you gave me? See, I wasn't aware that there was different flavors of drugs or whatever. I thought crack was crack. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, there's the good crack and there's the bad crack. So he was like, listen, that stuff you gave me was dry, was tasteless. You got to go back out there and get me the good stuff. Then he said, you know this dude? Talking about Alan. He said, he's a bitch. And then he went on to say that he called Alan a bitch. He said how Alan, I used to screw his girlfriend, and, he used to beat her. And she was so pretty, but he just beat her down. I was like, this president is crazy. Then he went on to say, yeah, me and the first lady fight, but, she could take us all down. But this guy, he's beating on this woman like this. He beat her up, and he said, and he got her killed. But he said, well, when she was alive, he beat her anyway. Just berating him, just horrible. And he said, listen, I just need you, Lonzo, to get me some of the good stuff. Go get me some of the good stuff. And then apparently Alan been dealing with getting the good stuff all the time. So he tells Lonzo, listen, we can get it. We can get you something. And did y'all see him on the phone? And he's telling the dude, Antonio, listen, I need some more stuff. But this time, I need you to lace it with some fentanyl. And I was like, what in the? Oh, there's no one on this show that's a good person, it seems. Maybe Miss Nancy. No, Miss Nancy got her dirt too. She was sleeping with her father-in-law. There's nobody on this show that has a redeeming quality. Everybody's just wrong. Maybe Richard, maybe. Y'all tell me, who is there? Because it seems like everybody's just trifling. Is there anybody on this show that ain't trifling? I don't know. Then we see Sam take Crazy Jason back to the camper or wherever where he was originally. And the guy they was calling, the other agent, Secret Service agent, I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Steve Austin because that's what he looked like. Steve Austin was there, the idiot that somehow managed to be manipulated by a 17-year-old when he escaped the first time. And Sam is taunting him like, yeah, you let him escape. You sure you'll be able to handle this? Now he's soaking wet because, he done went into the river with that car. He's still wet. He's like, I got it this time. And you lucky I need to keep you alive. That's what he's saying to Jason. And Jason said, look, you want to get off them wet clothes and all that. And he said, I got you. And he said, listen, remember, you got to keep me alive. He said, well, that don't mean I can't torture you. I'm like, this is just stupid. Like, I don't know what they plan on going with this. What are they going to do with Jason? Are they going to have Jason have at a press conference or something and expose, like, hey, I'm alive? What is he going to do? What are they going to do? I don't know. Just interesting right there. Very interesting. Meanwhile, Miss Nancy's at the hospital and Richard calls, what's her name? Priscilla, and tells Priscilla, I need you to come over here to the hospital because I got to do some things. I need you to come over here and sit with Nancy a little bit. And Priscilla says to her, okay. He says to him, yeah, I'll do it. But she said, I can only stay till like 7 because I got a hot date. You know what I'm saying? Because she planning on tipping and dipping and slipping and sliding with Muscle Man Bobby. I'm like, okay, all right, interesting. Meanwhile, we at this hospital, we done found out, Lord, the ragadouches done pumped poor Miss Nancy, Lord have mercy, with tons of drugs. It's all in her system. That's what the doctor tells Richard. But then he kind of offended Richard because he said, your wife, he said, listen, my wife ain't no drug addict. She was drugged. He said, well, she's drugged. Was she in danger? I need to know. But he said, listen, don't worry about that. I got this. Because he didn't want to explain him. Listen, she went over to the ragadouches. The ragadouches pumped her with some drugs, and that's why she all crazy right now. But then Miss Nancy was saying, you ever felt like you're losing a limb? Well, I lost 2. And she kept saying, her Barry's dead. She said, Lord, he dead. I got to get home and pray. Come on, I got to get on out of this house. She went into her whole thing. I love when Miss Nancy getting, oh, Lord, have mercy, Lord. That's what I'm saying. When they do a funeral, y'all got to have Tyler Perry, you listen, if y'all ain't filmed the funeral yet, y'all got to have Miss Nancy act the fool. I want her on top of the casket. I want her falling out at least 5 times. I want a gospel choir. I want a mess. That's what I want. Listen, this is a drama, a soap opera, a comedy. It's all in one, right? So we got to go over the top with it. I want people falling out. I want Miss Nancy acting a fool. Like, oh, why? I need all of that. I need all that because but poor Miss Nancy, because this will be her second child that's deceased. First, her drug dealing secret baby, Picky, and now Barry. So, just I don't know why they Miss Tasha still think that he's alive. I don't know about that, but we'll see. It's always twists and turns with this show. Always twists and turns. Then we get this crazy thing where, let's see what else happened. Dale gets a call while he's at the pharmacy, and they're telling him that they want to come pick up a prescription, make sure the prescription's ready. Dale goes and checks the prescription and realizes that it is Coke. And he's like, oh, wow, oh, my God. I don't know if I think I would have left work early that day because that just seems suspicious to me. It would have been like, you know what, Kareem, you need to come on down here, bro, because I don't know what, this is cocaine up in here. What is this? I'm not getting involved in no transactions, none of that. Me, I wouldn't have did none of that. I wouldn't have gotten involved in any of that kind of transactions or anything like that. So while that's going on, you have Donald, Sam, and Kyle having a conversation. And that was funny because before that, Alan kind of walked in while Kyle and Donald was speaking. And he was like, no, not right now, Alan. You got to go. Not right now. No, hell no, no. As he says that, right? Then they sit Sam in there and they're questioning Sam. And Sam played it cool. Sam was like, I had legitimate intel that said that the president was in danger. And Donald was like, well, why you didn't say anything? Why? He said, well, I was told not to tell you. Ryan Watson told me not to tell you, right? It was Ryan Watson. Ryan Watson told me not to. He said, so now this has Donald like, what's going on? Kyle ain't believing none of this. Kyle is like, he's lying, whatever, and getting upset. So Sam played off very well. He was dismissed, but he did tell him, he said, Sam, it's going to be your ass if I find out that you lying. But then Kyle is like, he's definitely lying, dude. He's like, look, Kyle, you shut up and you find this boy. We need to find this boy. He said, now I got to talk to Victoria and tell her all about this. And he said, oh, you don't want to stay and help me tell her? He said, no, you like bitches, right? You married one. I was like, wow, that made me laugh. That was funny. Speaking of, where was Lily tonight? Was she home? I guess she's being guarded. She's with her bullet wound, or I guess she's still in the house being guarded or whatever. Because I'm like, when's she going to sneak out? I don't know. I wonder what's going on. I'd like to see what's going on with her. Meanwhile, Max and Bobby are having a conversation. And here comes Priscilla prancing by, lady in red, looking beautiful in her red. And he starts flirting. She says to him, oh, I'll see you tonight. And then, of course, while she says that, Sam is in the hallway and he sees that. And he's like, Priscilla, she walks off. And he's like, what's up with this? He says to Bobby, to Bobby. He said, what's going on here? So they throwing insults at each other. You punk, you this, you that. And I'm not liking this. And I'm like, didn't you just say last week that you wasn't going to mess with Priscilla? Now you want to mess with her? What's that about? But Max brought up a good, because did I call him Kyle earlier? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Max pretty much said to Bobby, listen, you bugging out, bruh. He said, and this is all because you still hurting over Lily and the Donald situation. He's like, shut up. No, I'm not. Max is like, yes, you are. You're not over that. And this move you're about to do is stupid because Sam already said, bruh, I'm telling you right now, if I catch you with my wife. And Bobby was like, well, you ain't going to catch me. Simple as that. You ain't go. I was like, interesting. That was really interesting. And I'm like, that's really crazy. So then we have Donald telling Victoria what happened, and she's not pleased, and they come to the conclusion that it's not her father. They think maybe the FBI is involved, and they gotta find crazy Jason. And she said, "Listen, I need your help. You talking about you going home and all this? I'm stuck here with this drug addict husband that's supposed to be a president that ain't doing it. And how are we gonna fix this? We gotta fix this." And she just went off on Donald. And I was like, interesting. I don't know where this show is going with. It's so much going on, so much craziness going on. I really don't know what to say. Then we go back to Sharon and Kareem, and he's got her purse. She's pretty much kidnapped in that house, and she's like, you got to explain something to me. And he mentions to her, well, I came home and I found Barry in my bed dead. And she freaks out. She's trying to leave. And as she's trying to pull away, he's grabbing on her and brought her to the ground. They're doing a little tussle. I enjoyed that little tussle. I thought there was going to be a little bit more action. I thought maybe she was going to hit him upside the head with a lamp or somebody will smack somebody. Y'all know how I like it. I like it to be over the top. The show is already over the top, so why not take it all the way over the top? You know what I'm saying? So they were doing all that little tussling, whatever, and she's like, "Get off of me, let me go, let me go." But he won't let her go. He won't give her a phone. He won't give her a purse. She's trying to get out of there because now she think that he killed Barry. So that was that. Then we go on back to the pharmacy, and Lonzo comes in there to pick up a package that Alan told him to pick up. Now this is where I got confused. They told him to come pick it up. He goes in there to pick it up, and then he's like, he says to him, he says the name of the person. Dell gives him it, and he says, that'll be $6,000. And he's like, is this illegal drugs? Put your hands out here. And he arrests him, but weren't you going there to get drugs? Y'all help me out. Did I miss something? Wasn't you going there to get drugs? But he arrested Dell. And that is pretty much how the episode ended. I was entertained with this episode. I definitely was entertained. But what I need them to speed things up. We need to get Barry's body, okay, so we can have this big funeral that I want them to have, and I want Miss Nancy falling out. We need to get that body. At least let Ruth and Barry's daughter show up to the funeral, something like that. If he's dead, I believe he's dead. Some of y'all are saying he ain't dead. I think he's dead. But we need to get that wrapped up. Let's go ahead, since we're doing this relationship thing with Bobby and Priscilla. Let's get to that date already so I can see Sam and Bobby fight again. Okay, so that's what we need. That's what I'm looking for. We got to get to this. And what are we gonna do with Crazy Jason? Come on, let's move this along. And somebody, please tell me how many episodes this season. Because this is episode, 19? How many episodes does this show go? Like, I need them to wrap some of this stuff up. That's what I do. But that's my thoughts right there. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts. Thank you for watching. Check out my other videos. There's a show on Amazon Prime called Harlem that's pretty funny. I do a review on that. Check that out. Go check out my performances, my little quick performance review videos that I put up, and some of the other things I'll be putting up. That's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video.